Okay, welcome back you beautiful people. Today I'm going to show you how you can make your player Strat play better than an American Strat. Plus, we're also going to announce the winner of the BLACKSTAR amp giveaway at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. Let's get into it. Okay, so exactly how are we going to make this play better or as good as an American Strat? Well, one of the big things where they cut the corners to save or reduce the costs of a Mexican is actually in the fretwork. So what we're going to do today is polish these frets up, make them really, really smooth, nice soft edges, so there's no rough edges anywhere, and we're also going to flatten any high frets. Now I happen to know that I've got one on this guitar which I found the other day. I'm going to show you how to spot that and how to resolve it and how to polish these frets up. Okay, so I've took the strings off first, so we've got to save a bit of time in the video, so I can get straight into what I'm going to show you. So we're using one of these string action rulers or string gauge tool, however you want to name it. Okay, you can buy these for about £4 or £5 off Amazon and the like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the short edge, okay, and then using that short edge I'm going to put it across 3 frets at a time. Now I know that it's in this 14, 15, 16 area, so I'm going to start on the sort of 15, 14th fret, and you're just going to lay the short edge across 3 frets at a time and feel if there's any rock across the fret. Now straight away I happen to get on the 15th fret, I can feel it straight away, it's actually where the D string sits. That's there, but I'm just going to check the full width. This is something that's actually really important, is check across the full width of the guitar. Don't just check in one place, because it might only be high there and not high here and not high here. So it depends whether it's all across the entire fret or which portion of the fret you need to just take a little bit off. So in this case, there's a little bit of rock down on the E string area, a little bit on the A, a little bit more on the D, tiny bit on the G, nothing on the B, and nothing on the E. So actually, I don't need to take anything off in the sort of upper third, only in the lower 2/3 do I need to actually adjust this fret a little bit just by taking a tiny bit off the top. Okay, so I'm now going to just check the other frets just in case. Okay, so I've just been through all the frets in the upper register there where I suspected there was a few issues, and I found that the 15th is tiny bit high just on across the E, A, D and G strings, and I've also found that the 18th is slightly high across the same sort of vicinity, but yet in the B and E area it seems to be okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to mask up, using masking tape, mask up all the in between the frets across the maple board, because you don't actually accidentally catch any of those. And I'm also going to mask up the pickup area, because any filings from any sanding across these or polishing across these frets would then automatically use the magnets would just attract them, and they'd end up all over that, and we don't want them all over the pickup. So we're going to protect those with I might even use a cloth actually, and then tape up around there so nothing goes down in the cracks or marks any of the paint, and then tape up these frets so we can get polishing. Okay, so now I've taped it all up, all the fretboard is completely covered, because maple is actually lacquered, so the last thing you want to do is catch any of that, because it'll pull the lacquer off. Rosewood is fine, because you actually can sand rosewood if you want to smooth it out, and then just give it another oil, but we don't want that. So because there's a maple neck, so I've taped off everything except the frets only, and we're going to polish these up now. But I'm actually going to start off with those 2 high frets, so the 15th and the 18th, and just in the E, A and D area only, which is only the points where they're actually slightly high. And I'm going to use a file initially, just an ultra fine file, just traditional file, ultra fine, and then I'm going to polish it up with this stuff called micro mesh. Now I've got different grades of it. I'm going to start off with 180 MX. This isn't the same grading. These numbers aren't the same grading as normal sandpaper. These are metal filing sandpaper, smoothing sandpaper for polishing up with. Okay, so obviously check the gradings that you use. So you've got a bit of, not coarse, but it's sort of coarse medium, medium fine, and then fine to give it that extra shine at the end there. Okay, so we're just going to start off with that file. So I've also taped up the side here just to protect the body of the paintwork, because I like to keep it nice and mint. I don't want to catch or nick that anyway. Okay, so starting off on this 15th, I'm just going to give it the mildest little file, just tiny bit, and just make sure you're curving it so it's actually going on the right side of the fretboard there. So just a tiny bit, and then give it another measure because it's amazing how quick it comes off. So I've got a little bit in the middle still. It's actually not bad. It's actually probably there, to be honest. Maybe a tiny bit left in the middle there. So just going to do a tiny bit across the centre there. Literally no pressure, just literally just gliding it across, because you don't want to take off too much in one go. And then remeasure. Yeah, there's no rock there whatsoever now. And there's no gap below in the middle either, so I've not taken off too much either. So now let's have a little look at this 18. Okay, ladies, yes, I'm going to quickly just jump in here. If you're finding this video helpful or useful to you, or you think it might be some benefit to you with your guitar journey, please like and subscribe for the video. It really helps the channel. Thank you very much. Let's get back to it. It's just the tiniest amount up there. I'll actually polish that because it's so small. Sometimes if there's a lot to take off, then you just give it a little extra help with the file. But if it's only a small amount, the polish, the fret polish with the paper will probably do just enough anyway if you work a little bit extra with the slightly coarser stuff. Okay, so I'm just going to check one more thing because I felt like there was another high fret up here then. That's okay. Or maybe a tiny bit in the middle of the 21st fret. Okay, so just the tiniest amount on the 21st fret. Just the smallest amount and then check it again. The best thing to do is just tiny amounts, check it again. Tiny amounts, check it again. It's just where the D string sits. Let's do it from this side. Okay, and then test it again. Just give it a rock. Okay, that's basically there now. Okay, so those three have been dealt with just by having the tiniest amount of pressure, not even real any pressure, literally just the weight of itself, the file, just pushing down on those frets. And just a small amount, just a few rubs, check it, a few rubs, check it, never go too far, because you can't re-raise it, so you don't want to take off too much, so always err on the side of caution. Err on the side of caution. Okay, so next up, I've got this 180 micro mesh. Okay, I'm just going to start by just giving it a nice gentle across each one. This is the slightly coarser stuff. Just slightly, and you can actually see them shining up already, and that's without even using the finer stuff, because they're actually not very smooth in the first place. And it's like I say, it's one of the weakest things about the Mexican Strats is the fretwork. Now, as you probably saw in one of my other videos, and if you haven't, please check them out, I've actually upgraded the pickups to custom shop ones, Texas Specials already, and I've also put in locking tuners. That was my #1 upgrade for Fender, locking tuners. So if you haven't done that, you want to be putting those in. And then the final thing is going to come in another video soon to make this on a par with an American. And I think you'll be surprised how close they are once you've done these things. Okay, so that was the 180. I'm now going to go to the 240, so we're going finer now. And literally just give it a little bit of a polish. Just polish those frets up that little bit. I've covered the pickups so none of the filings actually end up being magnetised to the pickups. So you don't have to try and clean those pickups, because that can be a nightmare as well. Hopefully you can start to see the shine coming through across these frets as I'm doing this. Just going to turn that. Actually smoother already, to be fair. Okay, but we've still got the fine one to do yet. And you can obviously do this as much or as little as you want. You don't want to take too much off them though, so don't really push much pressure. You just want to get them so it's nice and smooth and shiny. Not really take much material off the frets. It's the last thing you need, because you have a load of low frets and you're start thinking about getting refretted, which, you know, some people might want to refret the Strat, but then you start getting some more money. You might as well just bought an American in the first place. Okay, so I've done those now with the 240. So now I'm going to go up to the 400 micro mesh, and hopefully these will start to really shine now. Really get nice and smooth can really see those shining through now. Should have got a more sturdy table. But yeah, these are really coming to life. So just turn that over and use a fresh part. I mean, you can go closer with the grades each time if you want to really be ultra picky, you know, but it's not really necessary as long as you've got sort of coarse to medium, medium to fine, and then a fine. You just get exactly what you want out of it. Depends how much you want or little time you want to spend on it. But this will just be enough for me. I'm just happy if it's nice and smooth and shiny, which they weren't before, but they're becoming now, that's for sure. They're really getting nice and shiny and smooth. And then at the end, I'm just going to go along the edges of the frets and just smooth those edges out that tiny bit more with this same sandpaper. Just so they polish up that a little bit more as well. So just going along these edges, get a nice and smooth edge on there. Just soften those sharp bits, which aren't really that sharp to be fair. This is actually quite a good one, but they can be sharp. They can ship a bit sharp. Depends if you had a Friday guitar or not. You know, so just, that one's a little bit sharper. Just give that a little bit more. Just work on these edges and just get these nice and smooth. And a slightly sharper one as well. You just feel it in the sandpaper even. Okay, so really getting there now. So I'm just going to come the other side and just finish off from the other way round. Just do these edges. Just turn this over and get a fresh bit. Keeps getting away from me. So just be just enough, just to make them lovely and shiny and new. And nice and smooth, just like you want on a high-end guitar. Which the Americans are really good. I got an American Ultra, which I'm going to be showing you in a video coming soon, and that's really pretty special as well. And this has got lovely frets on it. So yeah, that's what you're paying the extra for on American, is the extra, in theory, the extra fretwork. Okay, so there we have it. Okay, so in the name of science, I've actually just tried something I've never done before. I actually used Autosol metal polish. This stuff is amazing for making metal glossy and just ultra smooth and shiny. Now I've just tried it and it's come up amazing. It actually feels better and smoother than my American PRS, which is saying something because PRS are known for their quality of fretwork and how smooth and silky they are. So that was definitely worth a try. So if you're feeling brave, stick some Autosol on there as well, give it a good polish with that, and then it ends up being absolutely gleaming. Okay, so I'm going to get this tape off now, get the strings back on, see you in a sec. Okay, as you may or may not know, the residue from the masking tape could leave a sticky sort of surface, so give it a really good polish down with either a microfiber cloth or whatever you normally use for cleaning your fretboard, just to make sure there's no stickiness on there. And then you're good to go, get these strings back on. Here we go. Okay, welcome back. So I've got the strings back on and it feels unbelievable when you bend the strings now, just so smooth and buttery. Okay, so it's definitely worth doing a fret polish if you get the time or the chance, or if you're feeling brave. So ladies and gents, I do recommend this big time, okay? Just a nice little fret polish, smooth out those frets, plays unbelievable. Better than my American Strat now, so I'm gonna have to do that one next. Okay, let's get into this BLACKSTAR amp giveaway, okay? Okay, ladies and gents, it's time for the BLACKSTAR amp giveaway. So finally I hit 1,000 subscribers and it's actually gone a fair bit further than that. It's actually gone really well the last couple of months. So thank you all very much for subscribing to my channel. I do appreciate it and it's lovely to have you all here with me, you beautiful people. Okay, now I took the first 1,000 subscribers from the YouTube analytics and I put them into a random generator and it's picked one out for me. And I'm going to tell you who that is in just a moment. But before we do that, I just want to let you know that in the next video, in the next 7 days, I'm going to be announcing a new competition for the next milestone of subscribers. So everybody that's already subscribed now will be in with a shout, plus the coming subscribers as well. So you're all going to be in there with the shout of this one. Okay, now it's actually quite a good prize this. So make sure you stay tuned for the next video to be in with the chance of winning the next giveaway. But without further ado, it's time for this BLACKSTAR amp giveaway to be announced. Are you ready? Drum roll. Okay, the winner is the number 13. The number 13. So well done you. Congratulations, you have won the BLACKSTAR amp, which I'll ship out to you if you email me to the email address that's in my description of this video or in the about section of my channel. Okay, so email me, the number 13. You joined on the 13th of March this year. So thanks very much, and thank you to all of the subscribers. I do appreciate you all. Thanks very much for bearing with me. Okay, so ladies and gents, the winner of the BLACKSTAR amp has been announced, the number 13. Give me a shout, we'll sort out you sending out the BLACKSTAR amp to your address. Thanks very much for watching. If you've enjoyed it though, please like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. You know, it costs nothing. It's just a free little click of the button. Get a few announcements every now and then about when a new video is coming. That's it. It's that simple. It really helps out the channel and I really appreciate it. So for more guitar goodness, give me a like and subscribe. See you next time when I'm going to announce a new giveaway. Thanks for watching. Have a good week.